the Jones with your cars and homes. Now you live inside a tent, you're all cold and alone. You're trying to get back what's left of the soul. Your soul. Propagating segregation. Now wanting to identify with this 99%, but you were blinded and divided by the messages sent. You see, people are people from the womb to the tomb, but you want to blame a few for the things you consumed. I was born into the struggle. See, my flesh is my tent, so while you occupied City Hall, we occupied the rest. While you was living inside a tent, learning to live poor, we grew up in your jungles with your locks on our door. See, there's only one difference between you and me. Your tent was your protest. My protest is me. Dear drum, what have I become? Oh, how I have abused you, soiled your ceremony, manipulated your spirit, drowned out your cries. I pounded your skin with dirty hands, red with blood. I spoke misleading trust with sticky fingers. Marched in circles, long away from the grace of your voice. I swept your sacred teachings under the rug and let them lie quiet in the shadow of my history. Always running from the ancestors' tongue, buried up to my neck in primitive bones, fossilized spirits, spitting truths that pour as the sweetest nectar from the drum chalice of drum gods, speaking in tongue the sacred math of time and space. Life and death, breath and silence. And what have I become, dear drum? Dear spirit, creator, tree, animal, speak to me the origin of elements. Remind me of sun, wind, soil, sea. Bring me home, dear drum. Let me lie in the light of your being. Guide my hand. Speak to me the song of the sky. Rip the vanity of wings from my back and teach me to fly without them, dear drum. Lift my shadow from my soul and allow me to speak your poetry upon the dirt where feet dance naked, movements of revelations. Dear drum, please welcome me home. She stayed in her room because she was scared to leave. She was afraid to face her reality. She'd been left all alone to act too grown, and now she's left to face this cruel world all on her own. The streets calling out to her in her sleep. She thinks about leaving her bed sheets. She finally gets the strength to get up and leave, and she cries, is there a place up there for me? But see, there's too many young women lost in these city streets. They end up missing on TV screens. Raped and they killed this little girl at the tender age of 14, while we were stayed in tune to what was next on MTV. I'll never beat the heat that burns in my blood. See, it's enough to make an atheist cry for God. We see all the pain, but we don't scream stop. I seen a 10-year-old run. Pop! 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 See, that's the sound of a round hot 12-gauge shot. Young blood lie dead in his young red blood. His mommy asked God, she say, why? But she never stopped to open her parental eyes, see? She was watching those young girls dead in the streets, what we call reality TV. Now her baby lies hopelessly on the floor, blood leaking under his shut door. His blood leaks all the way back into the street. Young blood took his life just to set himself free. But who pays the price for scars so deep? Mama sees her son dead and starts to scream. Freedom fighters fight for the right to rights. Black, red, white, yellow, green, open-minded, blinded, freedom, love between sheets, creating half-breeds like me to lead a love revolution, pouring equality into the streets of opportunity and possibility. Freedom fighters fight. See, freedom fighters fight for the right to set sex free. Same sex, no sex, my sex, your sex. Safe, consensual sex, sex is best, so let your flesh specks come in complex passion sweat so we can stand on islands of real importance. I'm talking about our freedom right to choice. Freedom fighters are fighting for the quiet voice at the back of the room that has been consumed by the thunderous voice of consumptual doom. Muted by the powers that be. The propaganda machine, bye-bye bees, bye-bye honey. It's kind of funny. We are borrowing this planet from our sons and our daughters, but we stay in dreams of complacency and think, why even bother? Freedom fighters are fighting for each other. Trying to make it, keeping it real without faking. Walking through these streets, through the belly of the beast, breaking it. Healing brothers in trash cans, crackhead, making it, trying to escape it. Seeing sisters on corners, selling it, hating it. Losing lives, no high goodbye, no wait to fly, no will to try on this block seat. No second hands on clocks. Only blocks loaded. Hope stolen. Hope folded in two from the hand that's holding heat to the streets. Give a beat, take a seat, and be easy. See me, love me, touch me, heal me, believe me. I was just this young cat trying to make it. Keeping it real without faking it.
Yeah, man.
Infected blood with disease, flooding streets, killer bees for the elite, making love on their knees to believe between life and death ain't so deep. So keep in mind that we all find the time we on wine and we lie and our bodies so high on this life that we hold. So it's told, yo, we grow, we die in the blink of an eye. So why drink and drive, take E and let's fly to this place in the sky where we like who we are. We all live in cars, no one drives cars, yo, we live in jars. See, all we need is love is what we say, hold hands as we pray on souls to a play. But see, it's a game with your name, I smell fame on your brain. Till death came the rain for one thing, your peace sang. From my peace, your chick swang. Then we bent it over and broke it back with a bang. And a bang. And a bang. And then we all flew away. And then we all flew away. And then we all flew away. I used to live in the privilege of your voice, wrapped tight in the love of your song, but I slept you away. And now as I stand in the solitude of your footprints, surrounded by the echo of your revolution, I am being reminded in real time that my life matters. And my mind shatters as I stand in this hour of transformation. A song of everything I thought I was is being twisted, pulled, picked apart. My vessel is being pried open. I can feel the light of spirit expanding into absolution. The ancestors are speaking to me with godly tongues, reminding me of what I am. I am Kemet. I am the Nile. I am the grains of sand, king, lion, sun, constellations, moon, drum, love. I am freedom, songs. I am freedom. The North Star lives in a twinkle of my eye. See, we are not this flesh. We are not our insecurities. We are not this intelligence. We are more than the limits of these bodies. See, we expand across universe and defy time. We are the perfect expression of God's love created to stand upon the mountaintops of glory. So, sisters and brothers, we are not the remains of a lost people. We do not vanish into night. We light the night as 1,000 stars shining bright from one heart to the next. We are blessed. We are not our systemic indoctrination into self-hatred through miseducation. We are divine beings. We are emancipation. Before I leave, I just want to throw a few thoughts to ponder out there. We're a mixed bunch in here, which is important that we all listen to us. We've been lied to through our history books. We've been conditioned to believe things that don't really exist. You know, we chase our tails like we chase illusions. But the truth is, for all my brown brothers and sisters that are in the house today, not all of us came here on slave ships. We're not slave people. We're divine people. First peoples. Royal people, strong people, creative people, loving people. So we exist in a way that is not to exclude, but always to include, even if that means being trampled on from time to time and carrying a shadow that is heavier than the globe itself. But we're good people, all of us people. You know, so I send the peace from this drum to all of you, and I hope you carry it and allow your spirits to shine bright all the time.